Would you tell this committee your financial net worth?
Mr. Speaker, yes, I would comment on that. If I take my investments in shares in various in some companies, and also the properties that I own, I would put my net worth at about 4 billion shillings.
4 billion. What are your current and anticipated sources of income?
Mr. Speaker, rental income, dividends, where I have the shareholdings, and also interest, and of course other expenses that come from the farm.
In your journey through life, what is your financial net worth?
Chairman, my financial network, as I've declared in item number 25 in the criteria for vetting and approval, is 482,200,000.
Tabulated as?
Tabulated as farms in Olengurwane, Kipsanoi, a house in Spring Valley at 95, my current residence, some rental property in Westlands in Matundu, valued at 50 million, vehicles, bank accounts, and investment in a family tea value addition business called Chebango EPZ Tea Company at 185 million, a total of 482,200, Chairman.
All right. At a personal level, what is your net worth in terms of personal fortune?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am worth approximately 80 million.
8 or 80?
80.
80.
80, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah. Made up as?
I have my residence where I stay. I also have, Mr. Chairman.
In Nairobi?
No, in Nakuru.
In Nakuru.
In Nakuru. I also have various parcels of land, and also I have invested in various investment groups and circles. So that's where I get my money from, Mr. Chairman.
Personal level, what is your financial net worth?
Honorable Chair, my financial net worth is 300 million.
How is it made up?
I have a breakdown. 240 million is prime land that is in Mombasa, Kajiado, Kitui, and Nairobi. I have shares in 4 circles with a total of 30 million. I have motor vehicles, 3 to be precise, 10 million. The other 20 million is from my farm produce and livestock that I keep.
At a personal level, what is your financial net worth?
Mr. Chairman, my financial net worth is 397 million shillings.
How do you segregate that?
Yes, I have a house in Nairobi. We also have a house back at home in Nyahururu. The rest are properties that we have acquired over the last 30 years. And what I have shown now,
say we. You mean
they are in joint property,
yes.
My husband and I.
Okay.
And the value is the current market value that has appreciated over time.
Now, can you tell this committee your financial net worth and a segregation of what it is that
Mr. Speaker, I am worth an estimated figure of 550 million Kenya shillings.
Made up of?
Made up of majorly, Mr. Speaker, properties in my house in Nairobi, another one in Eldoret, and land in Trans Nzoia, 3 parcels of land in Trans Nzoia, a parcel of land in Narok, and a parcel of land in Kajiado, and another parcel in Nairobi, apart from where I live. Cumulatively, I estimate, of course, with a bit of, Mr. Speaker, some machinery, vehicles, and also I own a wheelbarrow, Mr. Speaker.
And a motorbike.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't own a motorbike. Maybe because of the sector now, I should own one. Yes. But cumulatively, that comes to about 550 million shillings.
What is your net worth? Himaya yako ni pesa ngapi?
I'm worth 100 million.
100 million. Do you have any current or anticipated sources of income?
Perhaps my pension.
From Parliament?
From Parliament.
Thank you. Personal level, what is your financial net worth?
645 million, Chairman.
645 million. How is it made up?
Well, my Nairobi house has got a value of 120 million shillings. Up country, my residential house up country, Mr. Chairman, is worth 70 million. I own land up country worth 200 million. Forecast worth about 15 million. A hotel facility, not fully complete, but 80 million as at now. Though based on the bill of quantities on completion is worth 293 billion. I've ventured heavily into commercial tree planting, and as of now, I estimate that the value proposition of that is 160 million, Chairman. This comes to a sum total of 645 million.
Excellent. What is your financial net worth?
My financial net worth, Mr. Chairman, is 120 million in land, houses, bank accounts. Yeah.
Houses, bank account?
Bank accounts, yeah.
No vehicles?
Yeah, vehicles, sorry. Vehicles also. Yeah, 120 million.
120 million. What is your financial net worth?
Approximately 420 million shillings, Mr. Chairman.
And what are your current and anticipated sources of income?
I have businesses, hotels, and a few apartments, and a few biasharas here and there. Nothing much.
Here and there. What is your net worth, Professor?
My net worth is 544 million.
544 million.
Shillings, not dollars.
Your current and anticipated sources of income?
At the moment, I am an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. I practice law. I am also a business person running a number of businesses, SMEs, and I'm also a consultant for local and international organizations.
What is your financial net worth?
My net worth is 218 million, and this is a value of properties between myself and my husband. Some of them.
Those are family assets?
They are family assets.
What are your current and anticipated sources of income?
Until September, I have earned a salary from Parliament, and I have been in and off practicing a bit very, very low, low key, because of course as a member of Parliament you have very little time in your hands. I get about an allowance, fuel allowance of about 100,000 from my farm, and I also, from these properties, some of them are in my name, I get about 500,000 shillings a month. At the moment, I do not have tenants since COVID, and therefore I have no income coming from that end. I'm relying on the little 100,000 and my salary from MP, of course.
At a personal level, what is your financial net worth?
My financial net worth, as disclosed in Part 25, is 475,400,000, and this is comprised as follows: land and buildings at about 380.4, shares, stocks and deposits at about 89 million, agriculture in the form of largely commercial farming of trees at about 6 million, and motor vehicles, 4 motor vehicles, about 2 million, 3 million shillings. That is all, Mr. Chair.
What is your financial net worth?
My financial net worth is about 200 million Kenya shillings.
What is that made of?
My home in Kericho with a tea farm, that is about 60 million. My home in Nairobi, that is about 25 million. Some pieces of land in Kericho and in Kajiado. Some vehicles that add up to about approximately, all of them about 175 million. So I've approximated to about 200 million. I also have shares in 3 SACCOs, one of them Pacoso, Marisha, and Kenya Highlands SACCO.
Is that family wealth or personal wealth?
Some of them are family wealth, like the Kericho home. Yes.
At a personal level, what is your financial net worth? Some of your finances have been in public domain.
Mr. Chairman, my financial net worth, which includes my investments in various companies in this country and other investments in SACCOs, are to the tune of around 1.2 billion.
1.2 billion.
Yes.
Segregation or tabulation?
Mr. Speaker, sorry, Mr. Chairman.
You can use them interchangeably. Yes.
Yeah, I have listed a list of the immovable assets that I own in a page in the statement of net worth that includes properties that are developed. I've also put in a list of all the vehicles that are available for my personal use, and I've also put in the amounts of shares that I owned in various circumstances, one including the parliamentary SACCO, which I am a member. Mr. Speaker, I've also listed in directorship of in different companies where I'm one of the largest shareholders, which is also on page 16, so paragraph 16 from the questionnaire, and all these total to the tune of around 1.2 billion.
At your personal level, what is your financial net worth?
Chair, my net worth is 993 million shillings.
993, segregated as?
I have a dairy plant, I have houses, the residence that I live now, and rental houses in Nairobi, and also I'm a farmer. I keep cows, dairy and beef.
Could you tell this committee your financial net worth?
Chair, I'm worth 851 million Kenya shillings, including the assets I own, including the goats and the sheep and the camels that I own. So I had to go and even in 10 days' time, I had to go and value my 231 camels somewhere in Kitui County.
You are in Kitui County as well.
So my net worth is 851.
What is your current and anticipated sources of income?
My current source of income annually in terms of rentals and others is about 10 million shillings.
What is your value? What is your financial net worth?
The financial net worth, Mr. Chair, is 750 million shillings.
You have a segregated breakdown?
I do not, but I can proceed to tell you the distribution.
You can tell the committee on how.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. My net worth is comprising of real estate development and shares held in unlisted companies in my business concerns, in manufacturing, in fintech, and in energy sector.
At a personal level, what is your financial net worth?
590 million, Honorable Chairman.
How is it made up?
I have buildings in Nairobi, 3 buildings in Eastlands, specifically Chegorod. I have another building in Pangan area. I have a building, an apartment in Mirimani. I have an apartment at Kirereswa and another one at near Yaya Center. Chairman, I also have an apartment in Mombasa, Sansu area. I also have apartments at Ngong. I also have a piece of land which is rightly over quarter acre, where there's a car passer along Ngong Road. I also own a plot, it's not built yet in Kisii town. I also have 30 acres of land in Kisii.
You say the aggregate total is 500?
It's 590.
You own no vehicles?
I own vehicles, I own a Mercedes-Benz and a V8.
They're all within the 590 million?
Yes.
They're all within the 590 million?
Yes, Honorable Chairman.
Okay. What is your financial net worth?
Honorable Speaker, if you will allow me to call you so.
Yes.
My total net worth is 156 million Kenya shillings.
Segregated as?
It largely comprises of immovable assets. I have 3 homes, one in Nairobi, one in Narok town, and another one in my village. Motor vehicles. I have apartments in Narok and also one in Nairobi. Plots of land, 2 in Kitengela, and also dairy business. And my shares from the parliamentary cooperative society, PACOSA.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So what are your current and anticipated sources of income?
At the moment, I anticipate to get my gratuity from Parliament after serving for 2 terms, as well as pension. Those are the only 2.
Okay. What are your current and anticipated sources of income?
Currently, from my activities as a farmer and through consultancies that I do from time to time, do get occasional rewards. Otherwise, I am now a pensioner, a retired speaker, and expect that I should be governed, whatever I get from the public coffers should be governed by the Deputy President and Designated State Officers Act of 2015.
Thank you. As a matter of interest for the committee and the country, what is your net worth?
I've registered my net worth as roughly about 950 million.
950 million. Kenya shillings or dollars?
Kenya shillings. Currently I'm earning in dollars, but everything is translated in Kenya shillings. 950,000.
950
million.
Kenya shillings. What are your current and anticipated sources of income?
Currently I'm salaried under the African Economic Research Consortium, but I think that my anticipated earnings would be gratuity coming once my contract comes to an end. Unfortunately, if I'm approved by this committee, then it means that I'll have to leave my job. The second one, that is gratuity. The other one will be maturing in financial investments through different sources, diverse sources. Those are the anticipated incomes coming to me.
Okay.